Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right in my living room in the wee hours of the morning, where I do what I do for you. Today, rather than 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message in a story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I'm going to keep giving them. Let's go. I got you. Right thinking. Mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better from the inside. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's the mission. I'm on it. Next one is the question. You had to answer. The question is know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them with spiritual knowledge. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I'm here to wake you up. Let's go. Person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. To Mayat be true. Yeah, that's my calling call. Balance is what you need in life to be successful in life. Let's go. Right thinkers. I hear a lot of people claim we're this, we're that. From my perspective and my concept, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. What's inside us is of God. That makes us God and goddesses, conceptually. All right, let me break it down for you. Hope you can understand this concept. Remember, that's all I'm giving you, my concepts. Let's go. What's inside the human body is the spirit, aka God. Right thinking philosophy gives you that knowledge to know that. Spiritual knowledge, God knowledge, knowing thyself, all that's what I'm trying to get you to obtain. We know we are not our body. We're not even the mind. The spirit, the soul is what we are, and that's of God, okay? The body, we are spiritual beings, okay? AKA God and goddesses. It don't change. The spirit is of God. We are God and goddesses having a human experience for the purpose of learning. The spirit has to be enlightened while it's in the body. You have to make the heart-mind connection. That way you are awakened to what? Yourself. Know thyself is the key. You need to know who you are, and there's ways to find out. That's what I do. Give you them ways. I got one. There's many others, but I know one. All right? I was always God, but I was ignorant of myself, aka in the dark. Most of us who don't know who we are is in the dark. That means you don't know yourself. Okay? The goal and sole spiritual purpose is to know thyself in the flesh, to be God. It's tall order because some of us, he's talking about being God. We can't be God. Okay, we can't be God, but we are God. Once you figure that out, you'll understand. Next one. We are spirit, okay, on the inside. The spirit is encased in the body. For however long the body exists, the spirit is encased. It can't do nothing. It's there. Your job is to free will, connect with the spirit, and become an enlightened being while on earth. The Bible tells you in basic instruction before leaving earth, wake up and know yourself before you die. That's what that means. Here you go. All right. We was gifted with all our worldly needs from birth. We have to find ourselves for ourselves. God gave you everything else. Free will is your choice. Okay? Chosen ones choose God. God don't choose you. You choose him by making that decision to live and obey, worship, and praise him. That's what I do. That's right thinking. All right. I am a master spiritualist. I'm do spirituality, not religion. Everything is spiritually based. Why? That's information and knowledge that you can use. That's what spirituality is. Spirituality is having knowledge of the spiritual realm, aka spiritual knowledge. I know myself through hard work, study, and perseverance, and living my lessons for myself to manifest what I learned, to see if it worked, if I put it to use. Right, thinkers? The information I'm giving you, you can put it to work and see if it worked for yourself. I already know it worked. I'm giving it to you. You had to figure it out. I have reached that level of heart-mind coherence. I've awakened. I'm trying to do the same for you with giving you the information you can use to do the same thing. Come on. I live for spiritual satisfaction. I live to please God, not man or my significant other, whoever it is. No, I'm satisfying my maker first. That's what's important. Okay? You can't bless me. Man and woman don't bless me. My creator blessed me. That's why I give all praise and respect to him. Where are we at? Okay. I live for spiritual satisfaction, aka I'm devoted to God, and that's how I receive my blessings. By what? Doing the right thing. I can't emphasize enough how if you as an individual do what you should do for you, the way you should do it, you'll be fine. Trust me. It ain't brain surgery. It ain't how far you went in college. It ain't how much degrees you got. God don't care too much about a degree. All he cares about is you doing what you're supposed to do in respect and worship of him. And then he'll acquiesce to you. We all know that God is spirit. If you don't know, now you know. But the spirit that's in us is of God. That makes us. We know our spirit that gives us life is of God, right? So why is that hard to conceive, you being God? If the spirit in you is God, then you and God are one. Heard that before? If you're a drop of water from the ocean, I made this example, they didn't really get it, but listen, if you're part of the ocean, they separate you from the ocean, you're still part of the ocean. Okay? So when God multiplied into billions of people into human form, he didn't lose nothing. He just gained a whole bunch of bodies. Okay? Conceptually. All right? The spirit that's in us is of God. That makes us God and goddesses. Yeah, all human beings are God. It's just that every one of us has to work to find that out for ourselves. To know God for yourself, I mean, you have to have that mystical or the God experience, the resurrection, the born again, to be enlightened. Whatever it is, your experience with God will be different than anybody else's. But the fact that you had it puts us all in the same accord. That's why we fellowship with like-minded people. Well, that's what I do. I'm hanging around spiritual people. And if you're not spiritual, I'm not hanging out. Simple as that. That's what I do for you. We are all God. Okay, yeah. We are all gods in human form. The human body is what's human. What's inside you is godly. If you have spirit in you, that's life. That's God. Even if you're ignorant of him, and I wasn't for most of my life. I wish I had found out who I was a long time ago, but it is what it is. But now my goal is to have anybody else make that adjustment. Why? We all need to. It's not a choice. If you have, spirit is life. It's given to us by the ultimate life giver. Understand that. I want to teach spiritual truths, God knowledge, self-knowledge to all my young people. Why? Y'all need to get it early. That way you can have a prosperous and fruitful life. With knowledge of self, that takes care of everything else. Why? You know who you are. Now you can go out and conquer the world. Without knowledge of self, you can conquer the world, and not know yourself. It's no use to do that. It's ass backwards. Conquer you, know you, establish yourself, and go out to the world. Okay? Most of us who know the spiritual truth, we learned it because we choose to find it for ourselves. We went in search of it. Nobody brought it to me. I went and got it. I wasn't fortunate. I'm doing for you guys to give it to you. I went and got mine, so I'm making it easy for you. That's what I mean by making it easy. You ain't got to go through what I went through. I'm going to make it nice and simple for you. Tune in. I got you. Okay? Pay attention and use the information for yourself. That's what it's all about. Most of it, okay, here you go. Just imagine this. Our young people knowing themselves at an early age. How much better society and this world would be with the young people taking control. Give them the truth ball and let them run with it. They're going to run anyway. You might as well give them the truth. Last one, and again, appreciate you tuning in. Let me wrap this up. God consciousness is knowing thyself. I keep making that point. I'm going to drive that point home. You need to know who you are. You need to be in touch with God so you can worship and get your blessings by living and doing the right thing. And that's what every individual has a right to do for him or herself. I'll wrap this up. Spiritual beings with knowledge of self are human gods on earth. That's what we're supposed to be anyway. Being a master of myself gives me the joy. Now, all I want to do is share it. This is why I teach right think, and this is why I put my time and energy and effort in to get the things to give to you every day. Knowing yourself through hard work and righteous living is what right thinking philosophy is all about. That's what I got for you. Instructions on how to live right. That's it. You have to gain knowledge of God, study, put in your work, to worship and praise him correctly. Just saying you believe in God don't mean nothing to God. He knows your heart. And if you're not sincere, you're wasting your time because he knows that already. Last one. I know the way to spiritual enlightenment, and I can teach you and show you also. That's what right thinking philosophy is all about. That's why I do what I do for you. I'll be back.